Okay, it is August 19th, 2019, 10 o'clock. We're going to call this meeting to order. Roll call. Smile. Here. Hammer. Here. Murphy. Here. Number 4, approval of the minutes of the last meetings, regular and special.
Sorry.
That's right.
Thank you for the meetings.
Do we approve them both, or?
Yeah, unless you see any additions or corrections to one, whatever, we can do them at once.
I think they look good to me.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Okay, number 5, discussion possible action regarding the cooperative extension services agreement between OSU acting for and on behalf of its cooperative extension service and the USDA and the Board of County Commissioners of Woods County for fiscal year 1920. You're up, Mr. Heifel.
Right over here.
All right.
That way you get,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to do that, so that's fine. That's fine. Well, it's just time for our standard signing of our budget. We had a slight increase over last year's and put that in the estimate of needs, and it matches. And so it's just, again, you're signing your half of the budget. We'll send it to Stillwater. The dean will sign, and we'll have that on file to continue our extension work.
Very good.
that means we got you where you want to be here.
That's right.
What's the year?
That's the main.
One more year. Yeah.
Still the split with Alfalfa County was
Yeah. Yes. Susan is 60% in Woods County, 40% in Alfalfa County, and that saves us a little money, obviously. Just as a reminder, next year is the big increase year, and so we will have a bump next year. And just want to be upfront about that. Alfalfa County has indicated that with the bump up, they might not be able to go 60%. They're talking closer to, or 40% on their side. They may have to cut back to 25, so we would go up from 60 to 75. So that puts a little more pressure on us, but I feel we can absorb that and make it work. So next year will be higher as far as what Stillwater requires, but then we'll also have a slight increase in percentages that would be our responsibility.
At least you know what's coming.
Yes, it's allowed me to plan and share and save where we could so that we could keep going. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we appreciate that, but we definitely want to keep you here. Yeah.
That's very kind. Thank you.
I got
I'll make the motion to accept this.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye. Great, thank you.
Thave you. We appreciate your support. You guys are wonderful to the Extension Office, and we appreciate all you do.
Give me a call, my wife, call and tell her, have a good time.
Oh, what? Yeah.
It'd help me out.
There you go.
Thank you, Greg.
I'll fit that in. You bet.
Did you get any rain out there?
Not at my house.
You didn't get any at all?
No. I just caught the tail end. What did they do Friday night? My gosh, with all that lightning, did they ever shut down?
I wondered who had to make that call,
Yeah.
because,
If it had been a football game.
well, that's true, and I don't know who is actually responsible for that call. If I'd have been, we'd have had a delay. Of course, there are no rain delays in the rodeo, but the lightning delay, but all that lightning seemed to be going crossways, none of it going down. And I don't think any of them wanted to put it off any longer than it was, so they just kept on trucking.
Yeah.
It's
just so funny.
Cowboy up. Cowboy up. Pull your hat.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's fine, except for that lightning deal gets to be a liability issue pretty big time if you don't make that call. So, I would have made it if it would have been me.
I mean, I live 20 miles from Freedom, and it rained 6 inches between me and Freedom, and I didn't get a drop. I mean, it's just phenomenal how that can happen.
Oh my God.
We didn't get any little sprinkles all
What was
in
you
the
doing?
house.
What was you doing
No,
on
Oh,
Sunday?
at your house, okay.
What do you do on Sunday, Saturday?
Oh, not enough, I can assure you, not enough. Okay,
Thanks, Greg.
Greg, we'll see you.
That one copier's not working, so
okay, okay.
I'll bring it down,
Well,
okay?
that'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I should have.
Here.
Can't tell.
You're up, buddy.
This Number 6, discussion and possible action regarding the county budget with Mr. Buddy Carroll.
There he is.
Heavy on the mister.
Small factor, I need all the
Don't hear that lot.
Well, I did add that to the agenda.
That's right.
That's good.
No, Shelley Wood bag makes up for a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were-
They did a few meetings. Yeah.
This is the 1920 estimate of needs. This has been quite an adventure this year with the new chart of accounts and trying to switch over accounting systems and everything. I think we finally wrestled it down and got everything tied up, so we're in pretty good shape there. I think right now they're with Tom Martin, and his system's really good, so I think you'll be with it. The valuation, property valuation down $1 million this year. I'm not too sure what happened on that, but I think it was the personal properties that had.
Mainly Wolfville.
Yeah, right. So that reduced our ad valorem tax by $10,000, which is not a significant drop for Woods County, but we're still in pretty good shape with that. Our fund balance is up $247,000, which means we're going to still have an appropriation up basically that same number, 240. Our new sales tax accounts, we have the commissioner sales tax by itself, and we put $1 million in there on a as-need basis. Health and benefits also went over to identify totally to sales tax, so we can track our use of the sales tax to the state. The state auditor's office is really getting hard on everybody. Okay, we want to see where it comes in and where it goes out, and so they're looking pretty tight on that. The only funds or accounts within the general fund that are not sales tax supported are the county officers, the elected officers. So everything else, whether it's the excise board or the election board, those are identified as sales tax. And I think that's good because it's the way it's showing the total use and the purpose. County-wide, let's see, last year we had $1 million in the county-wide identity sales tax, and now we have 2.4. So that loss in our valuation is definitely offset with the collection of our sales tax. So we're in really good shape this year. The overall appropriation this year is $13.7 million. So the distribution, as we put it in, I think you all have reviewed that as to which categories and everything is going in. I think it's going to be a very trackable item, and Shelley and her system are going to be able to do a good job with that. Last year was quite a test.
Yes.
And you weathered through it.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I don't have a question on this, but I do have a question while Dave's here too. Been brought up a couple times, and it's kind of off subject, but on subject. With this new medical marijuana deal and stuff like that we're supposedly collecting taxes on, how are we going to track that? How do we know?
On the sales tax,
Right.
Right. Whether it's coming from that source or
Right.
just general?
Well, there's dispensaries,
Yes.
in town, or, well, I don't know if you
In
got them in
county.
town here, but
Right.
we got them over in Oakland, and there's places that grow, that produce for these
Right.
dispensaries, is that sales tax, I mean.
How do they
use
track that
tax,
when
I
they
mean,
can't use banks to?
How is the state tracking all that and then send it back to you? And-
Yes, they collect the sales tax and send it to us, and they do have reports that I can apply for to see what that is actually giving to our county.
You have a license, you have to have a license with
Right,
that,
right.
associated with that.
Yes, and
That
then
type of,
I
the tax
just-
commission has a.
I guess I
report.
was curious about the idea that being, they, or I haven't researched deeply, but they can't use banks that are FDIC approved to,
Yeah.
to do business with.
because of the government
Right.
control.
So it'd be like an individual mowing lawns, I guess, and getting paid cash. How do you know? I mean, there's no way to.
It's just up to the reports that they submit to the state.
Yeah, that's up to them to get on it.
It's, well,
They'll be watched.
that could be a big deal, but the Oklahoma Tax Commission's the one that does it. It's no bigger issue than the gross production.
Well, you're right.
It works on the audit system,
Right.
but those people at the tax commission can't tell you how
The tax
much
commission collects
taxes
that, so
came
the
off
tax
of well.
commission-
Oh, they just go by whatever the
Right.
whole company's
And
telling.
there's a report in there that tells the revenue from
Yeah,
them
from everybody who's paid sales
in that
tax.
county or whatever.
Just like any other realtor in the town.
But it's not gonna come to
Then
you
you got to ask
identify
for that.
that.
Right.
No, we don't get anything, but
I've just been asked several times, and I got
Could
my
you,
deal.
could you?
It's
I could, yeah.
controllable.
Right,
Could you?
Yeah, it'll be identified like Dave
That would
said.
help us.
Right.
It's not gonna come to you and
Have
say,
an idea.
this was for beer, this was for
Right.
cigarettes, and this is for.
We have a
right,
dispensary open.
right, right.
we're just at the
Do
mercy
we
of the
have a
tax
dispensary open?
commission.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
There's
just
a
like the
couple
gross
down there, and I
production,
think
same
there's a
thing.
place
Hope they can
growing.
work
You go down there and you ask them how
I
much
think
a
that would be
well,
the one.
tax off a well was, and
Oh,
they don't know, they couldn't find that well. They
Right.
want,
and they,
that's just an honor
Yeah.
system deal that the oil and gas companies give them whatever they want, as much as 6 months behind.
I think that-
It'll be the same kind of deal, but it's for the tax commission people, those
Right.
people that are here to monitor, I guess, to say there, we have, well, I think that Bussy gal is our person now. Keith's wife
Oh, yeah, I did not.
goes around and to these businesses and checks that deal. But
I'm just curious.
I've heard that the state has already taken in $2.5 million in taxes on the marijuana deal since the 1st of July. But I'm not sure what those
18
taxes
million or something like that.
do. What?
It's more like 18, 19 million.
Oh, well, it was just last week McDaniel said since July of this year, just 2 months has been 2.5 million to Oklahoma. Is what I read a deal he put out.
and how that's going to be distributed is yet to be determined. I mean.
Yeah, are we
you know,
even getting it?
So much go to education, there's so much go to the county.
Yeah, could we get so much for roads and bridges?
Yeah.
But you don't think they'll just take their 4.5% like they do off everything else on the sales tax deal?
Possibly just the same routine. I don't know.
They'll do whatever
As
they
long as they
want.
distribute it out, I mean, I'm good with it, I just, I'd like to
That
know.
would be a good legislative contact question.
Ones I've talked to don't know.
No. No, take it to the.
I don't
committee.
think anybody knows.
Well, do we need to make a motion for him? to Accept his budget?
Temporary, it's
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
favor.
All right.
Yeah, we got- This is our publication sheet, it'll be published,
Oh, very
one
good.
time. We need a
This is
signature,
what we need to sign here.
Mhm.
and we'll need to get that notarized too,
Yes.
and your seal when you sign.
Okay.
Now, each officer, elected officer, has to sign the estimate of needs as well, there's a place on
On
here
the
to
front,
sign.
right, just
Yeah,
the front
well,
page.
there's
Or
two
is it
pages,
2 pages?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
and then you'll have a page for proof of publication.
Right.
Too. But tag the, one copy
The-
that
the-
sign both of them in the same
Yes.
place, and I
Okay.
will get this started.
Yes.
You sure? Forty Sweatfair passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Write it down
There's
there.
two.
Got another one.
Did you-
Oh, did I miss one inside there?
And there's none of patients.
There's another one back there?
No, you're good at that point.
Okay.
Sign the front.
That's all I did was sign the front on that one. Second page, David. I didn't sign it. Maybe John.
I didn't get that.
Just two?
Yes.
Okay.
One goes down to the state, one stays here
Okay.
at personal record. Now, I do have copies for the treasurer and the clerk will scribble on.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
You or Shelley?
Thank
And
you.
Shelley can get the rest of the officers.
Just two on this one
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shelley, here's your work copy.
Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Carol,
you.
thank you very much.
See you.
See you.
Anytime you want me, call me and I'll come up.
Thanks, Dave.
Fill you full of whatever you need.
Got you.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. You bet.
Thank you.
Okay, number 7, discussion possible action regarding the annual lease with Air Gas for District 2. I'll make a motion that we approve that.
I'll second it.
What to do with it. Oh, here it is, here it is. All right.
Do you guys have these leases?
Yes. They come out different times of
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Well,
I do, and we try to do them like in July, but then they come up, so we go ahead and we have to do it again, so.
I was just gonna tell you what I found out about this deal there. You know, they send a truck every week or call and see if you need something.
Right?
Well, if you look, I found out that I gotta have these leases are on the bottle, but we can go right there at the co-op.
Swap them out.
But cheaper than them bringing it to us. They'd charge you a fee because we aren't a dealer.
Co-op's a dealer.
Yes, and you can get it done quite a bit cheaper than having them delivered to you off their truck.
Is co-op down there, gas centers?
FM is,
I
I
was
know,
gonna say, I
but
think FM is.
I think co-op is
Because we've got,
done.
when we run out and needed it, we've got it from FM.
But I'm not sure if there's anybody else here, but I'm pretty sure co-op is mine. And Air Gas, I know FM is, and I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody else is here in town. But the Tacoma Co-op, maybe, do they handle the bottles at your co-op in Winoka?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just as easy for us to swap right there, just cross
Sure.
the fence so, we quit. I told Gina, she got to looking and figuring out the delivery charges and stuff, we don't have to pay that to co-op.
Right.
So, anyhow, I just thought I'd bring that to your attention, because I didn't know it until just in the last couple of months that it was that way.
Grandma always said, watch the pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves.
So, anyway, all right. Number 8, any new business?
I don't have any. Nothing going on, baby, I don't know. I guess I told you, I met with Kay and
Yeah.
got that deal. Thought work out there, both sidewalks out.
I sure didn't remember it, but there's a lot of stuff I don't want to remember probably.
Well, I didn't either, but I don't think they had a specific of what they were gonna put there. I think we just told her she could do it, and she had to go for the grant, and the way I get it from her is it was yet to be determined when she was in here and talked to us about what they were actually
Right.
putting there.
Yeah.
But they got it set in stone what they're going.
Right.
Yeah, I think that
They didn't know what it
picture
was, they were
Yeah.
going to put.
Pretty much that picture
was what they're gonna put up.
I'm good with that.
But I mean, you know, what I'm saying, I think
Gotta be right there.
that's part of why
No,
I don't
but that's-
remember.
only thing
It
that
is what it
changed is instead of having a square corner deal, we make it rounded. So there's no edges, and it
Oh.
takes the whole corner.
Well, we did change it a little bit. When I
Well,
called her to talk to
right.
her about it, they were gonna put the deal in a circle out
Yeah.
here by
Yeah,
itself.
that, they moved it.
And I talked her into, we needed to tie it into the sidewalk so people could just walk off of it onto the sidewalk. And it'd be easier to maintain than a circle of
When
concrete
are
out
they
there.
gonna do it?
It'll look,
I don't know about
after
We wouldn't
September.
have any grass there,
I think,
you know.
what would
where
they
to
say
go.
after what's going on downtown? Oh, the car show.
Car show.
They're gonna start it after the car show.
And we'll probably need to put it on the agenda and talk about, deciding, or we can be thinking about this. I think we ought to fix the sidewalk
The
approach
curb,
to it and the
right.
curbing up right there. And it's been my idea that maybe we ought to put two handicap.
I
If the
think
city
that'd be,
parkings on each side and fixes a handicap accessible to that right there. The only handicap accessible we have to the building is back here,
Right.
but still that lets them.
but we don't have the two handicap parkers there either.
Right. And add it,
It would be,
I suppose we'll have to work in conjunction with the city, but I think that'd make a good place to have
I
that.
do too. Well, and too, if we're having anything on the courthouse lawn, that'd be one more entrance.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But while we're doing it, while they're pouring the concrete, I think we need to see about getting that fixed right there around it.
well, it doesn't necessarily have to be wheelchair accessible for a handicapped person. It's nice, but everything is, but at least they can park out there and, I mean,
Well, if you're gonna do anything on sidewalks anymore, but about any new.
No, you need to
construct-
make-
It better be handicap accessible,
Yeah.
cause that's,
I'll go for that.
but anyhow, that's down the road before but it's something to think about if you got any ideas, John, about making it better there or whatever. I think when they do that, it's a time to fix that part
You know-
right there.
While we're talking about that, what did they tell us on the awning? They thought finally had the funds in place? Possibly?
This deal out here?
Yeah. Or we're really close on
Yeah,
it?
because she was talking like it was gonna be next.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah.
But the last I knew, or they told me on that, I don't know what, but they'd come up with some type of deal that they may not want the concrete like we agreed to, but I think that was in lieu of us helping on the awning and not the concrete,
Oh.
not having to do that. But I'm pretty much in favor of that concrete.
Oh, I'm
Nothing
definitely in
else
favor.
to save the yard of
I-
them taking stuff
You
in
know,
there.
well, that and we need to make that handicap accessible. Well, we will anyway,
Yeah,
but
but, I mean,
it's barely wide enough to get a wheelchair, meet somebody.
Yeah.
I think a drive-through there is a thing to keep from tearing the yard up, bringing stuff in,
I
if
think
nothing
that's-
else. Because we deal with that pretty regular and any wet weather, I mean, for a long time after it quit raining this spring, you wouldn't be
Oh,
able to put
Tell the
anything
lawnmower
out
to make
there.
tracks
Yeah,
out there, yeah.
And so, anyway, okay, moving on. Number 9, disapprove blanket purchase order.
I'll move we approve those.
I'll second
All in favor, aye.
There's one.
Just one blanket.
All right.
Oh.
You can have that one. That one blanket.
Yours.
Sure.
You can have it.
Number 10, motion to adjourn.
I can make that motion.
We are done.